Hello. Today, we are going to be talking about the Marvelous CRM software. The first thing when we log into the system is going to be seeing the KPIs, which is going to be your key performance indicators. Under here, we can fully see your dashboard, such as all your appointment counts, your contact counts, your opportunity value, open opportunities, funnels, opportunity status, your total conversion rate, your task, your reports, and so forth. So this helps you organize your favorite widgets, we should say. So inside the system, we call something with widgets. Widgets helps us customize our dashboard. As you can see from the top right here, I can add as many widgets. This can be a contacts widget or appointments, opportunities, right? Simply, I can go to contacts. If I want to see all my contacts count, I can simply click on it. And I can save this from the bottom right, as you can see right here. When I scroll down, now I can see all my contact count, which is just over 1K. Okay, and it's that simple to customize your dashboard screen. You can make it bigger, smaller, the way your preference is. Once it's done, we can save changes. Now this save changes is automatically gonna be under your dashboard, as you can see right here. All right, let's move on to the chat. Under chat, we can see all our conversations with each of our contact. We can see all our unread, recent chats, stare chats, or all chats. Under, as you can see, we have on the left side, we have the name of the contacts. In the middle, we can see the conversation history with that specific contact. This can be anything, right? This can be all your emails, all your SMS messages, and so forth. Whatever you're having a conversation with a specific contact, you'll be seeing that history under here. Below that, we can see, we have an option to email them and message them as well. And on the right side, we can see the details of that specific contact, such as their email address, their phone number, and so forth. On the very right side, we have this quick search buttons. As you can see, I'm in the contact, which is giving me the details of the contacts. I can also make an appointment through chats as well, right? We're going to be talking about calendars in a minute, but before that, you can also make appointments while you're having a conversation with a specific contact. You can simply click on here, and you can book your appointment through this way as well. We can also create opportunities from scratch for the specific contact while we communicating with them. We can also create custom tasks with the title, description. We also have an option to assign a member for this task as well. If you want to assign other members to work on that task, we have that option too. Lastly, you can also create custom notes too for the specific contact. Okay. This is basically our chat. Now let's move on to time management, which is going to be your calendars. Under here, we can see all our calendars and all our users on the right side, as you can see here. We also have a mini calendar as well for ease of use, right? Again, below that, we have the users and calendars. In our system, we can make unlimited calendars. There's no limit to it. This can be a calendar for sales team or a marketing team, right? While you create these calendars, once it's set, for example, we have the member session. So we set this calendar up. Then what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going to users and we're going to be adding users to that specific calendar. And by doing that, the ad will give a permission to those specific users that we selected, for example, these two users, and that way they will see the selected calendars under here. So we work with permission-based scenario here, okay? If you want to make a brand new calendar appointment, you can simply click on plus new from the top right, and under here you can make your appointment. The first thing you're going to be doing is you're going to be choosing which calendar this is going to be going under. Your appointment title. You can also choose a team member for this appointment as well, who's going to be handling the appointment. And date and time. Lastly, we're going to be selecting the contact for this appointment. And after that, we can click on book appointment. And that way, that specific appointment will be scheduled for that specific month of your choice. Moving on to the ecosystem. Ecosystem basically is your contacts, right? You're going to be seeing all your contacts inside your account. As you can see, you're going to say their name, their phone number, email, and their creation date as well. We also work with something called tags. Tags can be a way to define the contacts. For example, for this specific contact, we add a tag for consultant. So that way, I know when I'm doing my searches, the quick search here, that will help me in the long run that if I want to find a specific contact, I can find it through that way, just write in the tag name, and you can make your adjustments. For example, if I type consultant, As you can see, it's going to bring up all the consultant tags under this account, which we already have two, right? And this can work on everything. Whatever tags you make, you can search them and you can find them easily. Also under the ecosystem, which is your contacts, we can bulk import, right? You don't want to do this one by hand, right? So let's just say you have a 5,000 or a 10,000 contacts you want to do import in one time, and you can absolutely do that with our system. In order to do that, as you can see, we have an import contacts section. After you click on that, you're gonna have two options, right? The first thing is gonna be our contacts, the other thing is gonna be opportunities. But in this case, we're gonna be working with contacts. And the next step is gonna be the file, right? So as long as the file is a .csv file, you can import unlimited contacts to the system, right? But as long as it needs to be CSV file. After uploading your file, then you're going to be choosing how to import those contacts. You have three options. You can either create the contacts, which you will do if you're doing this, if it is your first time, or you can create and update the existing contacts, right? Or just update the contacts that already exist in the system. But if it is your first time, you are going to be doing the create contacts, then you're going to be clicking on next. After clicking on next is going to be the third step, which is going to be the mapping. The mapping works with let's just say inside that CSV file, we have several columns. So the system, what it's going to do is it's going to check all those columns if it is maps, right? Let's just say your first column is the first name column, second column is last name, third column is email, fourth column is like phone number, right? The system checks it if you did it correctly. If you did it correctly, you will move on to the fourth step, which is going to be verify. And after that, you're just going to click submit, and all your imports will be under the contacts. Let's just go back to third step. But if you did something wrong on those mapping, what you're going to be doing is the system is going to give you an alert on what you did wrong. And you're going to be fixing those under the file and going to be re-uploading it again, right? Then you're going to come to this page that we are in right now. You're going to upload it again. You're going to choose how to import the contacts. Then you're going to click on next, and it's going to be your third step, which you did going to be correctly this time. Then you're going to move on to fourth step, and you'll be done after that. And it's simple as that. All right, now let's move on to projections. Under projections is basically opportunities. Under here, you can create multiple unlimited pipelines. And under the pipelines, you can create your projections for each specific pipeline. Your first step is going to be the pipelines tab under here. Here, as you can see, we already have existing pipelines. But if you want to create a brand new one, you can click on from the top right, create new pipeline. And that way you can add your pipeline name and you can put stages. For example, I'm gonna put my first stage as lead. Then you have option that the second, third, fourth, you can add unlimited stages, okay? Then I'm gonna put, for example, hot lead. Then I can add one more, like, unlimited, or I can go up and down. I can change the order of the stages as well via those options. Once this is done, we're gonna click on save. And after this is saved, you're gonna be seeing the pipeline under here. The next step, what it's going to be doing is you're going to go on back to projections, and then you're going to choose that specific pipeline that you just created. In this case, I'll just click on potential client pipeline. And as you can see, I can see each stage for the specific pipeline, such as new lead, hot lead, consultation, agreement, and completion, right? As you can see, we already have contacts for each stage, the new lead, and you can also see the opportunity folio for each opportunity as well. We also have those quick links, as you can see, those buttons, right? This will help you in the long run if you want to make a quick call to this opportunity, or if you want to read the conversations that you had in the past, right? Or if you want to add a tag for this opportunity, you can also create notes, you can also create tasks, and you can also make an appointment through here as well. So let's just say if you click on that specific opportunity, what you're going to be seeing is the details of it, right? Such as their name, email, contact information, and below that we have the opportunity details such as the name of the opportunity, under which pipeline, under which stage. You can also view the opportunity value. You can also make adjustments to opportunity value as well. Okay. You can also adjust the status. You can also add tags and so forth, right? You also have an option, again, as I said this before, you can also make an appointment, right, through here. You can also create custom task. As you can see, let's just say I'm gonna uncouple all those tasks, right? As you can see here too. And let's just say you finish one of them. You can simply click this check mark, and that way, that means it's completed, right? And it goes with the same way tests do. But if you want to create a specific from scratch task, you can do that as well. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be creating an add task. And under here, you're going to click on title, you're going to write your description, and you can also assign to a specific member as well. And of course, with the due date of the task too. And this goes with the notes, and it's the same thing. If you want to add a brand new opportunity from scratch, you can also do that as well. We have the button from the top right, add opportunity. Under here, as you can see, it's the same format, right? It's just a blank. So what you're going to be doing is just filling the information, such as the opportunity name, which is going to be your contact name, all right? The opportunity name, under which pipeline is going to go, stages, status. And once this is done, you can click on create. And after that, you're going to be seeing that opportunity under whichever stage that you put on, okay? Now let's move on to docs and collections. Under here, we can create invoices. You can also create documents and contracts, right? You can also view all your subscriptions. You can create payment links. And we also have several integration with several payment providers. You also have those options as well, which we're going to be talking in a minute. But the first thing is, let's talk about the invoice, right? Let's click on plus new. So you have three options. You can either create a new invoice from scratch, you can create a recurring invoice, or you can import a invoice that you already have as a CSV, right? You have a couple options, but for this example, let's go to new invoice. Under here is the new invoice creation page. What you're going to be doing is you can see on the left side, we have the information of the invoice, right? And on the right side, we have the preview of the invoice, such as the company name, and you're going to be seeing the item name that we're going to be putting in a minute. On the left, your first step will be, adding the customer. In this case, I'll just go with this customer. You can add your invoice number. You can also issue a date and a due date of this invoice as well. The next thing that we're going to be doing is adding the product, right? You can add the product we already have this, for example, this coffee mug. Once you select that, as you can see on the right side of the preview section, the item name is updated with the price and the due amount. You also have, you can add a discount, text. You also have additional options such as, you can add terms and conditions, you can include tipping, and you can also have an attachment as well. There's all those options. Once this is done, you can save this, right? And you also have an option to send it as well. But for this example, we're not going to do that. Now, once I go back, I can see my brand new invoice. As you can see, the name, the invoice number, the customer, the issue date, amount, and the status shows draft because we still didn't send it to the customer yet, right? Once this is sent, this is going to go from draft to sent, okay? Now let's move on to documents and contracts. Under here, again, you can, create documents. You can also upload documents as well, and you can make adjustments through that way too. As you can see, we already have existing documents, but if you want to create a brand new one, you can click on plus new, and you're going to have a couple options to choose from. You can either do a new document, you can upload the existing PDF that you already have and make adjustments through it that way, right? Or we can import from our template library. If you want to, create a document from scratch, you can choose from the library of your template, right? But for this example, let's go to new document. Under here, again, we're going to be creating a document from scratch. The first thing we're going to be seeing is this blank page, right? So in order to fill information to this page, we work something called elements. And we do that from the top left. As you can see, we have several elements to choose from. We can do by text, image, product list, and so forth. By the way, inside our system, everything works with drag and drop, as you can see right now. We don't need the code, right? Everything works with drag and drop. And the first thing I'm going to be dropping is the text column. As you can see, this is the text column. I'm going to change the headline to document. Then I'm going to go back to my elements and I'm going to add a product list that I want to see on my products, right? I'm going to add an item. I'm going to go with my good old coffee mugs again, and I'm going to add that item. Once I add it, I can see the name of the item, the price, quantity, and so forth. If you want to make adjustments, you can. You can do 2, 3, 4, whatever your preference is, okay? The last thing of this document, I'm also going to add my signature. I'm going to make this a little bit better. And after that, I'm going to make this a little more customized. So I want my name in here. Here we go. So let's just say this is my sample document. Now I'm going to save this. It's saved. And again, I also have an option to send this document to a specific of my contacts, right? But for now, we don't do that. Now let's go back. And now we can see that brand new document we just created under our dashboard. As you can see, the name, the status is still show draft because again, we didn't send it out yet. You can see the customer name, the value, and the date being modified. Okay. The last thing under the DocSign collections that we're going to be talking about the integrations, right? As you can see, we have several payment integrations with several payment providers. As you can see here, you can see we can do with Stripe, PayPal, Authorize, NMI, or Square, as you can see right here. It only takes 3 clicks. Basically, it's just even a create PayPal, you're going to be clicking connect. After that, you're going to put that credentials for that payment provider. And after you do that, it's basically done. Yeah, right? Basically 3 steps. Now let's go to AI agents. Under the AI agents, we mostly use the AI agent for websites, right? Or for chatbots inside the websites. So for the voice AI, as you can see right here, under the AI agent, which is your voice AI, this AI will help you in your callings, right? Especially in your inbound callings. If someone calls you, you don't have to answer it, right? The AI will do that for you. You can set the AI like prep beforehand. So you can set it up like what this AI needs to say, what needs to take notes of, right? You can make those adjustments. You can teach the AI the way you want to answer the phones from your clients. Once that's done, all your callings that you're going to be seeing here, right? So each agent, you can create unlimited agents, as you can see the agent name, with the direction with all inbound. And you can see the phone numbers that have been calling from and the last updated as well, right? And if you go to dashboard logs, then you're going to be seeing the details of your callings, okay? And that's going to be your page for that. Now let's move to the conversation AI. Conversation AI, we mostly do with for like, let's just say, if you want to make a appointment booking, you can make a bot for that for your if you want to make things easier for you, or you can make a general Q&A bot for your website, right? Let's just say they come into your website and they're asking questions, and those questions will be pre-ready with our AI bot, right? You're gonna put all those questions and they can answer them directly. Okay, and you can also put like if you put a phone number, email that you can just say, hey, we can talk about this specific topic in a later time. Please contact us this X number and or this X email, right? You can make those adjustments inside our AI bot as well. As you can see here, we have general Q&A, appointment booking, or we can also create AI bot from scratch as well to your preference, right? You have those options as well. All right, now let's move to the markup. So under the marketing, basically, the first thing you're going to be seeing is your social planner. Under the social planner, we can connect with different social media accounts. As you can see here, we have Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, Pinterest, YouTube, and so forth, as you can see here. Once this is connected, you're going to be seeing all your connected accounts under here. So as you can see right here, by the way, you don't have to connect one account at a time. You can connect multiple accounts at the same time. So we don't put that restriction on you. So you can connect multiple accounts for that same social media. Once it's done, as you can see it here. And the more you publish, all your posts is gonna be seen under this dashboard. Let's just say you're gonna make a brand new post. You can hit the create new post, and that way, first thing it's gonna be doing, of course, is gonna be choosing which accounts that you're gonna be posting from. Okay, once you choose that, here, let's just say on the left side that we're gonna be putting the content, and on the right side you can see the post preview for each social media of your choice. Okay, let's just say whatever I type here, it will preview on the right side, as you can see here. Okay, let's just say you're gonna write a content, but you suck. Like you don't know what you're gonna be writing about, right? You need some ideas. Well, we have that tool for you. So we have this AI option that AI will help you generate contents for you. So if you click on this AI and generate with AI, what you're gonna be doing is you're gonna be giving AI on what kind of content that you're gonna be posting. First, you're gonna be give the content title. Content title, I'm just gonna give an example for marketing. Okay. And next is gonna ask you to provide a brief description. Again, I'm gonna go with the marketing as well. Keywords gonna be all marketing. And the writing tone, I want to be professional. And I want 3 number of variations of the content. So what that will do is it's gonna give me 3 content idea. Okay. And the length of the content is gonna be small. And I'm gonna click on generate. And after that, it's gonna give me the 3 variations of my title, which is marketing, as you can see at the top. As you can see, we have 3 variations, variation 1, 2, and 3. Let's just say I want to go with this first one. I simply click on copy, And on the right side, it copied it, and also I can make my own adjustments. If you want to like delete, edit, or add, your custom wording, you can do that as well. Once you finish your editing, you can click on continue. And as you can see, that content is already automatically being copied and pasted. And you can also see the preview under here as well. But right now, this looks kind of dry, right? We just see the text, but I want to also add an image. So what am I going to do is I'm going to add an image from my inside of the account. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to add this specific image. Now, as you can see, this is marketing about this, as you can see, some about the music, right? So here is the same, this works the same way, right? So this was just for LinkedIn. Now I'm gonna go to YouTube and I'm gonna do the same thing for YouTube as well. Okay. So this is basically how we create posts for each of our social media accounts. Now, once you're done with the post, you have a couple options. You can either post it now, right? Or you can schedule the post for this can be tomorrow or next week, or it doesn't matter, or month. You can also have an option of send for approval first. For example, you work on a team, but first you need to ask your supervisor, you need to get your supervisor approval in order to make this post, right? That's when this comes really handy. So what's going to be doing is that you can click on this, and then you're going to be choosing which user needs to be approved in order to get this post to be finished, right? So that way, once that user is click agreed, approved, that way you can make your posts after they agree on that. Or you can schedule recording posts. That means like if you want to post the same thing every Monday, right? You have those options as well. Once this, be posted, we're gonna be going back and we're gonna be seeing that post under here. As you can see, we already have one is already been published. So the more you post, of course, the more information that you're gonna be getting. Also, we have statistics for this too. Again, you can see all your number of posts, your total likes, your total followers, impressions, right? You're gonna be seeing all your social post performance for each social media account. You can also see your engagements, impressions, all your post reach. This is basically if you want to go details for your social media account, right? You can see it from here. Next thing that we're going to be talking about is the email campaign. So inside our system, you can send unlimited bulk email campaigns. There's no limit to it. You can send it 100, you can send it for 1,000, you can send it for 10,000. There is no limit. As you can see, we already have existing email campaigns. But when we click on plus new, you have a couple options to choose from again. You can either create this from scratch, you can choose from the template, or you already make the email campaign and you make that campaign your template. And you can also choose your templates as well, your personal templates. You have 3 options to choose from. But I'm just going to go with blank for this example. After that, you have several editing experience to choose from. You can either design this, you can either, you can make your adjustments through coding or plain text editor. The most easiest way to do this is by the design editor, and that's why we're going to be going on that option on this example. As you can see, this is the black page again. So I'm going to be deleting this. I don't like the way it looks. So again, I'm going to be doing this by adding an element. So what am I going to do is I'm going to add my text element, which is, the column right here. And I'm going to call this campaign. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to add an image. Okay. And I'm going to click on that image and I'm going to, let's see, upload from my account. As you can see, the same image that I used for the other time, right? Lastly, I'm going to add a button here. And on this button, I'm going to make a customization. I'm going to say, instead of saying add a button link here, I'm going to say click here. Okay. So let's just say this is my simple email campaign. Now what am I going to do is I'm going to save this from the top right. Then I'm going to send this. All right, so the sending option, you have several options to choose from. The first option is sending right now, at this moment. In order to do this, you need your sender email, your name is optional, or the subject line of the email campaign. Then you're going to be choosing your recipients. You can click all contacts. If you do that, it will choose all the recipients, all your contacts inside that account. Or if you want to do by one, you can do that as well, right, through this way. And that will only send to all 5 contacts. After choosing your recipients, you have several settings to choose from. I highly suggest enabling track clicks If you enable this, it's going to give you the statistic of each of your email campaign that you're going to be sending, such as, how many of them are bounce, how many of them are sent, how many of them got spam complaint, and so forth, right? You're going to be seeing those statistics of your email campaigns that every time you send, basically. I also suggest to enable the resend email to unopened setting as well. What this will help you is that just say you're sending a specific campaign to your contact, right? And they didn't open it, right? They've been sitting, that campaign been sitting in their inbox for like a week, okay? You don't want that to happen, right? So what's gonna happen here is like if I enable this, you're gonna be giving a time, right? So what this will time is let's just put one. So what we'll do is it will send this email campaign again after a day, okay, if they didn't open it. So this will come really handy on that point, right? If they didn't open your specific campaign that you sent, if you enable this beforehand before you send it, it will send it again for you. You don't have to do anything. It's all automatic, okay? And it will keep sending it until they open it, basically, okay? Now let's go up. We have the second option, which is the scheduling. The scheduling is, again, if you want to send this campaign for like tomorrow or next week or next month, right? The only thing is different is that from the send now is we're going to be scheduling this, the date and the time. Once you input all of your details, the rest is the same, right? The sender email, sender name, subject line, these are all going to be the same. Once it's done, you can click on review and schedule, and that way you can send your campaign to your recipients of your choice. Our last option is the batch scheduling. So you're going to be asking, what's the batch scheduling? So batch scheduling will help you. Let's just say you're going to be sending 1,000 email campaign in a week, but you don't want to send that in a day, right? If you do that, I mean, you have that option to do it, but if you do that, most likely all those campaigns are going to go to their spam, not their inbox. So that's why we come up with batch scheduling. So what batch scheduling will help you is, again, let's just say you have 1,000 email campaign that you need to send a week, inside 1 week. And if you use the batch scheduling, what we'll do is it will drip your email campaigns in a sequence. The sequence can be a 20 a day, or a 50 a day, or 100 a day, right? And this will help you to all your campaigns go to their inboxes, not their spams. Okay, so in order to do that, again, you're going to be choosing which date and time your batch scheduling is going to be starting. Then you're going to be selecting your batch quantity. The batch quantity is the number of email campaigns that you're going to be sending. Again, this can be 100 at a time, 200 at a time, or a 50 at a time, or even a 10 at a time, right? Depends on how many of email campaigns that you're sending in your specific timeline. Then you're going to be choosing your days, right, throughout the week. Again, and you're going to be, specifying the start time and the end time of your batch scheduling. And again, the rest is the same. You're going to be putting your sender email, your name, subject line of the email campaign, and lastly, you're going to be choosing the recipients. And after that, if you want to enable any of the settings, and on the top right, you can see the preview of your campaign. If everything looks good, you can click the review and schedule from the top right, and that way, the specific email campaign that you just made will go to your recipients of your choice. All right, now let's go back and let's move to automate marketing. So under the marketing is going to be your workflows. Under here, we're making workflows, right? So as you can see, we already have existing workflows. If you want to create a workflow from scratch, you are welcome to do that. Or we can choose from the templates of the system. As you can see here, we already have a pre-made templates, workflow templates. If you want to, go through them, you can see every template of your choice, basically. This can be an email drip sequence that I was, talking about like a minute ago. You can, auto reply your FAQs, right? You can make that workflow as well. As you can see here, if you like one of them, you can click on select, and after that, it's going to take you another page, and you can make your adjustments through that way. Now let's go back and let's click on this one, or the existing one, this workflow. So before I dig into how this workflow works, let me tell you what these boxes are. So inside the workflow, we work with something called triggers. These big boxes are the triggers, and this small plus icons are the actions. The first, you need to choose your triggers, right? Because if you don't choose your trigger, what you're going to be working with, right? So the first thing, it needs to be trigger. As you can see on the right side, we have several workflow triggers to choose from. This can be a contact, events, appointments, opportunities, like courses, right? This can be about anything, payments. But let's just say this is gonna be the content created, and I'm gonna save the trigger. And as you can see right here, so how this workflow is gonna be work is whenever I created a new contact, as you can see right here, it's gonna be triggering whenever I add a new contact inside my account. And after that, it's gonna send an SMS and an email. Okay, if you click on SMS, you can make your adjustments. You can customize your email and SMS under here. Then we did a condition base here, okay? So we have three conditions. If the emails are opened, which is yes, it will send the email and SMS right away. If they didn't open, it will wait a day. We also put a condition here too. It needs to wait a day if they didn't open it, and they will send that SMS and email one more time to that specific contact that didn't open, that didn't receive their SMS and email. And our last condition is the none, which is if these two conditions are not met, it's going to be the none, which is not going to send anything. Once this is done, you can click on save, and that way your workflow will be published and will be active, as you can see right here, the status. Okay, now let's move to the online stores and the websites. So under here, we can, as the name mentions, you can create websites, we can create funnels, online stores, we can create forms and surveys, and we can even create quizzes for your your courses. You can also make courses here as well. Okay. So as you can see, let's move to the website. As you can see, we already have the existing ones, but if you want to create a brand new website, you can create from scratch, or you can choose from a template. Again, I highly suggest you choose from the templates because we have so much to choose from, right? As you can see, we have like filters. You can browse them by categories and types. As you can see right here, right? We have so much to choose from. And if you like a specific template, you can click on that template and you can go on, let's just say marketing agency, right? This marketing agency website, I can click on that icon, and that's gonna give me is gonna show me the preview of that website. If I really like this, I can click on continue and I can make my adjustments inside that template. But for this example, let's go with the existing ones already. So I'm going to be clicking this website. So when I click on it, the first thing is going to show me the every page of the website. Home page, contact page, thank you page, book a call page, right? If I want to, let's just say if I'm going to be adding a home page, so I'm going to click and edit in a new tab, and that's going to open a new tab for me. And that way I can make my adjustments through that way, right? Again, here, we can change pretty much anything that we see, right? I can change how it looks, how the colors, and I can do those by adding elements, right? As you can see, we can add elements, we can add sections, rows. We also have a preview sections for every type of this can be like about section, call to action, footer, for who, like we can make those adjustments. If you like this one, for example, I can drag and drop this, and as you can see, done, right? So I can make my own customization. Once this is done, before it's done, by the way, the system will also give you a generated custom domain URL, but you have option to also change this too. So let's just say you finish your website, right? This is all done, and you're going to be posting it. That's your last step, right? It's going to be posting to online. So what you can do is you can connect your custom domain, right, by hitting the connect domain. But the first, what you need to be doing is you need to add the domain to the system first. Then you're going to be coming back here and you're going to be choosing that domain of your choice that you added. And if you click on one, and you can also click on save, and that way this generated URL is going to be your custom URL, your custom domain URL. And that way, once this is finished, you can click on publish. And once you hit publish, this website will be under your URL and will be online. And this format works with every one of our tabs. We work same with funnels, right? Choose from the blank or from the templates. If you want to create your online store, it works the same way. If you want to create your forms, surveys, it works the same way, right? We're basically creating from a template or scratch. All right, now let's move to the portals. So the portals can be, you can create portals for your clients, for your customers. The system will give you a generated client portal URL. If you click on that, as you can see, it will take you another tab this is a whole another portal. And that way, as you can see, I'm already logged in. You see the name and welcome. And under here, this is more your personal your more important documents. This can be your invoices, right? Your contract, your estimates. This is the thing of your portal is your like more important documents or contracts, right? Or your invoices. All your important stuff will be in your private custom client portal, as you can see that we are in it right now. Okay, now let's go back. And here we go. So as you can see, the more users that you invited will show up in here. And again, this is your client portal. And if you want to make changes to your portal, you can do that by under the settings. You can set up your personal domain for your portal as well. You have that option. You can, give permissions to clients. You can set up your email settings, and you can also work your branding as well for your portal. Next, we have the file storage. Under the file storage, basically, you can upload any documents, images, videos, right? You can upload them easily under our media storage, file storage. If you already have a Google account, you can also connect your Drive by just clicking in here, and that way it will make it a lot easier to transfer all your files basically. You also have an option to if you don't want to see all your images like this way, you also create custom folders which is like we here, and you can make them more organized, basically your preference. All right, under the biz review, which is your business review, under here, you're gonna be seeing pretty much everything, like how many invites that you send, your average rating, and your invite chance and so forth. That's already gonna be seeing it. And lastly, we have the reports. Under here, we can create custom reports. We already create reports for like our social media, such as Google and Facebook. Under Facebook, for example, we can see our total impressions for our post, how many clicks we got, conversions, how many amount of money that we spend on ads. And we can also see the campaigns for each of our accounts. In this case, we have several. You can see each of them, their status, their clicks, costs, and their revenue. And you can see them all in one place. If you want to create a custom report by scratch, you're going to come into the custom reports tab, and then you're going to be creating a plus report from the top right. After that, you're going to be hitting a create a blank report. And that way, as you can see the report period, and you can change that by here if you want to make it changes, the dates. And the next page is going to be your editing page, right? You're going to be adding what kind of information that you want to be seeing. Again, we work with something called widgets/elements here. We can add our widgets, right? This can be, if you remember from the first menu item, which was the KPIs, right? The same concept, the widgets, right? If I want to customize my dashboard or making custom reports, we're going to be working with widgets. So this can be a contacts, appointments, opportunities. Let's just say I want to see all my opportunities. I can change the name that I was going to look in my report, but I'm going to leave it as it is. I can click on save. As you can see, I can make it bigger, smaller. And once I'm done, I can click on save, and that way I can just see my open opportunity report. If I want to go in more detail, I can simply click on top of it, and that way I can see the more detail, right? I can see each opportunity name, their contact name, their source, under what opportunity in the pipeline, their contact details, and so forth. You can see them all in one. And this is basically how we can create our custom reports. Also, you also have an option to send this report to a specific contact of your choice too. It's up to you. All right. This sums up the whole interview of the Marvelous CRM software. Thank you for listening.